boy. Yeah, boy.
Cheers. You are now watching Create a Steady Hustle with Likquidcash.
I want to talk to y'all about 5 mindset shifts that I wish I applied and I knew about before I was 25. You know what I mean? That's what's really important. That's what I want to talk to y'all about, man. You know what I mean, I want to talk to y'all about that, man. You dig? Like I said, I was giving y'all the opportunity to call in and talk about whatever y'all want to talk about, but I'm gonna get into that. You dig? And number 1, I wish I embraced failure and as a learning opportunity. You know, that's the number 1. You dig? Yeah, that's number 1 for me. I ain't gonna lie. I wish I embraced failure as a learning opportunity. Because, you know, when you're growing up in the hood, man, a lot of times, you know, there's a lot of things you want to do, and a lot of things that you think about doing, but you never apply yourself in doing it. You never go out there and try to make it happen. You feel me? Because of the failure aspect of it. You're scared to fail. You're embarrassed about how you might look if you fail. You dig? These are the things that plague the mind when you're a young adult and you got dreams and aspiration. You dig? That fear of failure really limits your ability. But we have to understand that failure is just a speed bump on the way to success. Failure is the opportunity for you to actually figure out how to get it right. It gets your brain working. And that's the thing. You want to be able to solve problems as a man. Because as a man, we go through our whole life solving problems. That's what we do. We solve problems. The moment your girl comes to you with an issue, the first thing you thinking about is the resolution. You thinking about the solution. That's the first thing you thinking about is the solution. Anytime somebody brings me a problem, that's the first thing I think about is the solution. I don't care who it is. That's the only thing that I'm focused on is the solution. So yeah, that's number 1 on my list, man. I wish I embraced failure as a learning opportunity instead of running away from failure. I wish I faced failure head on. You dig? I ran at it like a speed of light, because the more failure you go through, the more you learn, because experience is the best teacher. See, I could tell you everything under the sun. I could show you how to do this, show you how to do that, but not until you get in the field, not until you get outside in the real world. That's where you get your true learnings and your true skills from the things that you learn in your own experiences, from your own situations, from your own opportunities and challenges that you're gonna face. That's where you learn the most. The things that you figure out on your own. That's where the gems at. That's where the jewels are. So don't run away from failure, especially being in the hood, coming up in poverty. You dig? You don't want to fail because you're already failing at life. You know what I mean? Mom's late on the rent, pops ain't around. You dig? Your baby sister, your brother stealing your food, stealing your clothes. So you see failure all around you. So I know sometimes it hinders you from actually going out there and trying to do something and fail in the front of your peers. Because that's what we afraid of. We're afraid of failing in the front of our peers and how they're gonna view us after that failure. It's almost like when you leave town, you know, you kind of grew up and you leave town, you leave your neighborhood and you go to college, or you go, you know, you just leave your neighborhood because you want a better future for yourself, right? And when you come back home, it doesn't even matter what happened. Everybody looks at you as a failure because you're moving back into your mom's or your father's house, and you know, you left and you didn't come back with a new car, you didn't come back flossing, you didn't come back with no money. So everybody looks at you as a failure once you leave and you got to come back home. You dig? So a lot of us don't even leave the nest. We stay there, we stay in the hood, you dig, for years, because we scared of not being able to succeed when we leave. You dig? Because we're scared of the unknown. But you got to embrace the unknown. You got to embrace the things that you don't know. Because what you don't know is what you don't know. And the only way to know is to actually go out there and experience it for yourself. You dig? That's where the jewel is at, experiencing it for yourself. Embrace the unknown. That's very powerful, embracing the unknown. And that's what I did. That changed my life once I finally embraced the unknown and I went into environments that I was unfamiliar with. And I looked at every failure that I went through as a learning opportunity, because they always say in every adversity, there's a seed that's planted with a equivalent benefit. I got to say that quote right because it's very important that you understand that quote, because I want y'all to write that down. You dig? In every adversity, there's a seed that's planted with an equivalent benefit. You dig? So the adversity might be heavy, might be a lot for you to take on, might feel like, it's a lot of pressure, and they say pressure bursts pipes. But on the opposite side of that, there's a benefit that is equally powerful. It comes with equal mass. It comes with equal benefit. You dig? Even though that pressure might feel overbearing, there's an equal benefit on the other side of that, which is positive energy that's going to keep you going, that's going to keep you motivated, that's going to push you forward. So you have to keep that in mind, all right? Embrace failure. Look at it as an opportunity. If you go through something that's very challenging and you feel like giving up, understand, on the opposite end of that, a seed is planted with an equal benefit. You dig? Just gotta wait. Be patient. Be patient. Where you at right now, you didn't know you was gonna be here 5 years ago. You dig? Be patient. Understand that everything is happening behind the scenes, behind the radar screen. You dig? The magic is in not knowing. That's where the magic lies, in not knowing. So embrace failure. Understand that the failure is an opportunity for you to get it right. And understand, if you don't try, you'll never succeed. Cheers, what it is and what it ain't. It's yours truly, Liquid Cash. I need it all out the stash, AKA, but it ain't about that right now, man. It's about the Cash Academy, Personal Development Transformation Academy, where you can be, do, and have anything and everything you want out of life, how to make your dreams come true, how to manifest your reality, but most importantly, how to raise your DNA vibration. Y'all been asking me about my hair routine, my skin routine, my morning routine. Y'all been asking me all type of questions in my DM, but I've been hearing and I got the answers. Listen, the Cash Academy is the place where you need to sign up right now so you can have all the answers to the questions that you may have. You dig? Sign up right now. Join the Cash Academy with yours truly, Liquid Cash. Cheers.